great. It's a nice Monday morning. I'm going to start off with About Me Monday. So this is one of my favorite mugs. It's a little 3D. It's got a little whale coming out of it. And I got it when I was in Iceland. And that's one of my favorite places I've ever been was Iceland. And we found a pretty good deal when I lived on the East Coast to get over to Iceland. So he's gonna hang out here. I didn't get to actually see any whales because we were in, it was cold while we were there, so not many of the whales were out, but it was fun. And I encourage you to look up some pictures of Iceland. I created a music video with my friends for it, and it's super fun. So anyway, that's a little bit about me on Monday. But today, this week, we're going to be learning about the mean in the set of data. So collecting data is pretty important. I think it's one of the more important things that you learn because it's so relevant to using it today. So using it in the real world. So you've probably seen a bunch of data, even data about the virus, and we collect data and we analyze it, and learning how to analyze data is really important, and it's a job you can have as well that makes a pretty good amount of money. So if that's something you're interested in, this is kind of where it starts. So we're starting with the mean, median, mode, and range. This week, those are the 4 concepts we should be able to know by the end of this week. So today we're starting with the mean. And so the mean is basically the average. So mean is just the average of the set of data, or average of the numbers that you have in front of you. So let's look at our example. Okay, so basically I have the amount of money. And there's 2 steps in order to find the mean. So we take a look at our data, we add up all the numbers together in the data set, and then we divide by how many numbers there are. Okay, so let's take this step by step. So we're gonna add all these numbers together. So 10 plus 5 plus 8 plus 20. I encourage you to pause the video right here in order to add it up. You can either add it up on the side or you can add it up on your calculator. All right, so what I got was 43, and hopefully you got the same thing. So that's step 1. All right, so we added all those numbers up together and we got 43. Our step number 2 is to divide divide by how many numbers there are. So if we look back at our set, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. So step 2, we have 4 numbers. Okay? So, the third step is to, I can't kind of write it down, but if you want to break it out even more, our step 3 was then divide 43 divided by 4. And what do we get with that? You can either pause the video and look right here, or pause the video and you take 43 divided by 4 and you're going to get 10.75. And that is the mean, or the average, of all the numbers added together. All right? So we're going to do one more example, and the numbers may seem like a lot of numbers, but in order, this is what your IXL is going to look like. So you're going to get a bunch of different numbers, and you're going to have to find the average. All right, so we have, I'm going to bring this up here and kind of hide this part. So we have all of these numbers together, okay? So we've got a certain amount of numbers that we're doing. We're going to start off by step 1 and adding them together. So our step 1, when I add them together, it equals. So pause the video right here and start adding them. 96 plus 99, 97 plus 79 plus 97, 85, 91, 88, 96. So it seems like a lot of numbers, and you might even have to add it up twice to make sure that you have the same numbers. So when I added those numbers up together, I got 828. So 828. Let's see if I can get that a little darker. 828. Okay, so that's step 1. And then step 2, there are how many numbers? How many numbers do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 numbers. Okay, so and then when we're using that, or adding it together, or when we add it, so then I just take my numbers, and when we add them, you get, or the ones that are added, sorry, ones that are added are 828, and how many numbers there are? 9. So remember, my step 3 is to divide. Divide. So we're dividing, let me move that up. We're dividing 828, the numbers when we added them together, by how many numbers there are, which is 9. And the answer we got, what did you get? I got 92. Okay, and that is the average of what the set of data is. So that's the average number. Instead of, the average helps you out if you're looking at like 100 different numbers in the set of data as a person, and someone tells you what the average is. That can kind of give you a lot of information on what kind of the set of data looks like. So it's important to know what the average is. So work on the IXL today, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.